Good morning to all. Dear students, today in moral science subject we are going to discuss chapter 7 topic the mark of gentleness. The value which we are going to learn through this lesson is loyalty. So what is the value? A value is the principle that guides our thinking and our behavior. So, if we have value, whatever we are thinking and we behave, it teaches how to think and how to behave. There are many kinds of thinking and many ways to behave, but there is certain principle should be there. A standard thinking, good thinking, positive thinking. There are many ways of thinking. So, how we have to think? In which way, if we think, we get success, and in which way, if we think, it will be meaningful, and what way we have to behave in the society with other people. All these things, the value teaches us. So, what is loyalty? Loyalty is rare. If you find it, please keep it. Stop expecting loyalty from people who cannot even give you honesty. So, honesty and loyalty, they both go together. Loyalty means being faithful to someone, being true to someone. Definition of loyalty: the quality of being loyal to someone or something, a strong feeling of support or elegance. Synonyms, if we see, elegance means fidelity, means faithfulness, devotion to someone, means towards God, towards parents, towards teachers, towards friends, to everyone we should be loyal. When situations become uncomfortable, do you compromise your loyalty to God? In the face of challenging situations, do you remain steadfast and loyal to the cause? It's a question mark. So always we should be loyal and we should not blame the situations. Whatever the situation we it may happen to face, we should follow our principles, values called loyal. So, in your chapter 7, the mark of gentleness, the value they have given loyalty. So, as first one, they have given from the Mahabharata, a small incident. Just you have to read it. I will give later as a project. So, let us go straightly towards the lesson. To whom shall we be loyal in life? First one, we must always be loyal to God who created us. He created us as the sublime creature and gained supremacy over all creatures. That means God created us and He has kept us as the head of all the creatures. So we human being take the in charge of ruling everything in the world. He created us in his image and likeness. The same way how God is the God, in the same way he created us. What are the qualities he has? The same qualities he has given to us. We are related and united with God in prayer. Sorry. So, how we can relate, how we can unite? Through prayer. Through prayer, we can talk to God. We must be loyal to Him in our words and deeds. Sometimes we may promise to God that we will do like this, we will not talk this one, we will not do this one, but after sometimes we may forget. That should not happen. The loyalty should be expressed not only in our prayers but in our daily activities also. Sometimes what we will do, in the prayer we will sit and we will tell that I have to study well, I will do this one, that one, everything we will tell. But in our daily activities we forget all those things, so it should not happen. In other words, through our works we must prove to be the children of God. So the work which is entrusted to us, for example, now you all are students, so what work it is entrusted to you? Studying. So by studying well you can prove that you all are children of God. Live in such a way that in your children are ever asked for the definition of kindness, integrity, and loyalty, they'll answer my parents. So we are learning from everything from parents. So parents should be loyal to children. So always we should appreciate our parents. You never know what sacrifices they went through for you. Nothing is more noble, nothing is more venerable than loyalty. So loyalty plays very important role in our life. Secondly, you should be loyal to your parents. Parents are the representatives of God on earth. So God cannot be present everywhere, henceforth He has given our parents. They nourish you in all ways. They sacrifice themselves for a better future. They live each and every minute for your betterment. They never leave you in calamities. So it is your duty to be loyal towards your parents. Thirdly, you should be loyal to your teachers. So parents are second God for everyone. So always we have to respect them, we have to obey them, and we have to make them happy. Whatever they tell, we have to do with happiness. Teaching is a calling too. And I have always taught the teachers in their way are holy. Angels leading their flocks out of the darkness. So teachers are the one who gives light, light of knowledge. So before that we were ignorant. That means we don't know about anything. So teachers are teaching each and everything. We should be loyal towards teachers. Teachers are considered to be your guardians during the school life. You spend most of your time during your childhood within the walls of the schools. You are taught and trained by your teachers. They train and instruct you in various ways to make you good citizens of the nation. Hence, it is your duty to express your loyalty towards the teachers, irrespective of their caste, creed, color, and temper. So, you should not think about the teacher's caste and what religion they are and what nationality they belong to and what about their color. All these things we should not think. The teachers are the one who teaches, who gives us knowledge and wisdom. So we have to be loyal towards our teachers and we should have gratitude. Caring for our seniors is perhaps the greatest responsibility we have. Those who walked before us have given so much and made possible the life we all enjoy. Since they have sacrificed many things, now we could enjoy all these things. So, always we have to respect and we have to be loyal towards our elders and superiors. So, fourthly, you should express your loyalty and reverence to your superiors also. After the higher education, a student gets out of the college and later joins some profession or service. You may serve the nation under guidance of various superiors or officers in a particular profession. There, you should be loyal to those superiors at office whosoever they may be. So, the same thing, it's applicable to the elders also. We should not, irrespective of their caste, creed, color, and temper. Whoever, after studying, you may go for any work, office work, any work. So there, the elders may be there, superiors may be there. We have to respect and we have to be loyal towards them. Finally, one must be loyal to himself. In other words, you must be a reason who keeps the promises, a person who fulfills his duties and responsibilities with joy. There are occasions where you are forced to do your duties. You are bound by law to do it. But there are certain other occasions where you are bound to do duties because of your mere presence. Very often, you develop a tendency to avoid such situations. If you are reluctant to perform in those situations in your life, you are not loyal to yourselves. In short, you should be loyal to yourself by fulfilling every word and deed of yours. So, whatever we may tell to anyone, our friends, our teachers, our parents, to God, anything, whatever we tell, we have to follow first. That means we are loyal towards us. Otherwise, nobody will respect us. If I tell something, if I do another thing, means nobody will respect, nobody will identify. So, whatever we tell, we have to do, and what we tell, we have to think before, and it should be a good one. So they are the models for us. In order to be loyal, you must have a firm determination to fulfill it. Without a firm mind, you will not be successful in this effort. If you analyze the lives of the patriots, you will realize this fact. Firm mind and determination help them to face the enemy without any fear. It is this loyalty towards the nation that made Bhagat Singh happy to embrace the death sentence from the cruel hands of his enemies. It is this loyalty towards the nation that encouraged Gandhiji to always stand in front of the row of the freedom struggle. It is this firm determination that enlivened Helen Keller to serve the handicapped all over the world. It is this loyalty towards God that made Abraham in the Holy Bible sacrifice his only son to Yahweh. So we should have determination. What we think, we should talk. What we talk, we should do. We have to put it in our deeds. So that is the main thing. We will tell tomorrow I will finish this homework, but tomorrow we will not finish. The same sentence will be repeat. That means we are not loyal towards us. We should study a good lesson from the lives of those great men of the world. We must try to develop such qualities in our lives too. These great men are the models in front of us to enrich and help us to live for God and nation. So, the greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. So, for us, so many examples, so many models, great leaders, great personalities who lived before us. We should read their books and we should follow their values. So, dear students, today we have finished chapter 7, the mark of gentleness. The value which we have learned is loyalty. So, from this lesson, I hope you all might have learned that you should be loyal towards you and to God, your parents, teachers, and your elders. So, this week you will have online test. So, you yourself sit and just try to mark the questions and write it in your answers in your notebook according to the day wise. Thank you. Have a nice day.